Welcome back, Giants fans. Week number 8 game preview. Giants play on Monday night at Kansas City. A Chiefs team that is not what people expected. I'm sure some people projected the Chiefs to have 4 losses all season, and they already have 4 in the first 7 games. So the Chiefs, of course, are 3-4. Giants aren't better. They're 2-5, but this is not the dominant Kansas City Chiefs of old that we know of the past few years here with Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid as the head coach. So I'm not going to sit here and believe the Giants will go into Arrowhead and win, but there's a chance. If the Chiefs were rolling and they were 6-1 or 6-2 and 7-1, whatever, it would look a lot different right now. But as fans, we at least have some hope, especially coming off a very nice win against the Carolina Panthers, who, yes, are not a good team, but coming off that win, seeing our defense play better, Jason Garrett calling one of his best games in a while, Daniel Jones doing a good job, we at least feel there's a chance here in week number 8 in prime time. So, a lot of injuries to go over here. We'll go over them real quick. The Giants, Lorenzo Carter, outside linebacker, did not practice Friday. Don't know if he's playing or not. Saquon Barkley, probably not going to play, has not practiced. Kenny Golladay, probably not going to play as well. That's a sad one, by the way. I felt like when Golladay was hurt, it may have been like a 1 or 2 week thing. This is now the 3rd week in a row, I believe. So, kind of sucks. I was hoping that Golladay will be back for this game because this would be a great game to have him, but he probably won't play, so we'll see. Kadarius Toney actually looks like he might play. He was limited on Friday, so praying that Toney is back, he would be a huge help for a game like this. Sterling Shepard, limited Friday. Looks like he's trending towards playing. I just went over him in a fantasy football video. I love Sterling Shepard this week. For the Giants as well, Evan Engram, limited on Friday. I would think he plays. Haven't heard he's going to miss, so I think Engram's going to play. As for Kansas City, Chris Jones did not practice, has a bunch of things going on with him health-wise. So, he's one of their best defensive players, and if he were to miss this game, that'd be a great thing for the Giants, of course. For Anthony Hitchens, linebacker for the Chiefs, he's been there for a few years now. He's one of their better linebackers, but he did not practice on Friday as well. So the Chiefs have a couple key injuries. The Giants, of course, have a lot of them, but at least Chris Jones has the potential to miss this game. That would definitely help out the Giants a lot, and their offensive line that's very shaky. So for the team ranks, the Chiefs are, of course, they're a good offense. I've seen some narratives of people saying, well, the Chiefs are just not good offensively. That's not really true. The Chiefs have a good offense. They are 8th in the NFL. They're not in the top 3 like they used to be, but number 8 is pretty damn good as well. 14th in rushing yards per game. They did lose their running back, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, their first-round pick a couple years back. He was on the IR, still is. So their backup, Darrell Williams, I believe it is, gets majority of the carries now for the Chiefs. They also have Jerick McKinnon, the former 49er and Minnesota Vikings running back, more of a scat back type guy, and we definitely have our issues with those type of guys. So got to keep an eye on McKinnon for sure. And for the offensive passing yards per game, the Chiefs are 4th in the NFL. So, of course, they love to air the ball out. They've had a lot of situations where they've been down this year, so Mahomes is passing the ball even more. So they're going to pass all over you if they are given the chance. So for their defense, though, this is where things get bad. Their points per game allowed on defense is 28th in the NFL. Rushing yards allowed per game on defense, 27th in the NFL. And their passing defense is 26th in the NFL. The Chiefs' defense is very beatable. And as a Giants fan, we have to realize that the offense has to put up points this week. This can't be a game where the Giants win 13-10. I know a few years back the Giants played Alex Smith and the Chiefs on a home game during their dreadful 2017 season, and they won like 9-6. That's not going to be the final score here. This will not be a 9-6 game. I can tell you that right now. The Giants offense, I feel, has to put up at least, I put 24 in this game. If the Giants offense can put up 24 plus, they're giving themselves a chance. I can't sit here and expect the Giants defense to hold the Chiefs under 24 points. It's not possible. It's possible, but it's just very unlikely, especially coming off such a bad game. Like the Chiefs offense coming off a 3-point game because they lost, I think the score was like 27-3. They just lost to the Titans. If the Chiefs have another terrible game like that, I'd be shocked. Usually when a great offense has a really bad performance, they bounce back in a big way. And unfortunately, the Giants are that team next up on the schedule. So I don't see the Chiefs having another 3-point game on Monday night. So the Giants defense will have to step up for sure. The pass rush has to get there. Of course, Leonard Williams and Azeez Ojulari have to replicate what they did last week because, if Azeez can get there for a sack or two and Leonard Williams gets a sack or two and gets constant pressure, it's going to make Mahomes make worse decisions. And Mahomes, while sometimes he'll escape the pocket and make some of the craziest plays you'll ever see, sometimes it results in turnovers. And, we've seen Mahomes now have, I think, 9 interceptions this year. It's a crazy stat. So Mahomes, I'm doing this off the top of my head, so I think it's right, though. Mahomes in 2019 and 2020 combined, I think, had 11 interceptions. That was 2 seasons worth of football. I think he missed a couple games, but 2 seasons. In this season so far, in 7 games, he has 9 interceptions. He's 2 off of his 2-year total from 2019 and 2020. He's throwing a lot of turnovers this year. I think Mahomes had a lost fumble last week as well. If the Giants can win the turnover battle by 2 or 3, they're going to give themselves a real chance. Now, Daniel Jones has to protect the ball as well, because for the most part, Daniel Jones since the Bucs game last year, honestly, has been very good at protecting the ball. But we've seen times, especially in the Rams game a couple weeks back, where he can go back to his old ways. So Daniel Jones has to protect the ball and play like he did against the Carolina Panthers last week. And hopefully Jason Garrett has a good game plan. This should be a pretty easy defense to exploit based on how bad they've been this year. So once again, the Giants got to put up points. The Giants defense needs to step up, definitely. And preventing the explosive plays is the big part of it. So I looked it up before. The Giants, for reference right now, the Giants offense is 31st in the NFL in big play percentage. I think big play or explosive play percentage. So explosive plays are probably plays, I think, of 20 plus yards. The Giants are very bad at that, as we know. Kansas City, while they are struggling, they rank much higher in the NFL in explosive play percentage. They're at the 10% mark. 10% of their plays are explosive plays. So they're doing pretty well. Like, they're still going to have explosive plays. And the thing about the Chiefs offense is they want to push the ball downfield. That's what they do. They're not taking the checkdowns. They're not taking the short stuff. They want to keep pushing the ball downfield. And although it's resulted in some turnovers for them, that's what they want to do. So right now the Chiefs are 15th in the NFL in explosive plays. The Giants are 31st. So they are, basically half the league better than us at producing explosive plays on offense. So the Giants in this one, I would hope, take some deep shots. Now, the safeties for the Chiefs have been playing pretty well. They finally are starting to bench Daniel Sorensen, who stinks. They're playing some guy, what's his name, like Jawan Thornwell, something, Thornhill. What the hell is the guy's name? Juan Thornhill. He's now playing safety for the Chiefs. He's been playing better than Daniel Sorensen. So there's a bit of a safety upgrade, but they have Tyrann Mathieu, who's still playing at a high level. So the Chiefs' defense, look, there are some parts of it you can definitely attack. Like, just looking at their defense here, their corners are not playing well. Javarius Ward, L'Jarius Sneed are not playing up to their standard. The linebacking position is definitely questionable for them. Frank Clark has not produced so far this year. Derek Notty's always been a good run stopper. Hasn't been that great this year. And Chris Jones is still good, but once again, he might miss this game for Kansas City, so that would be big. Now, a win here for the Giants doesn't mean their season's saved, but I'm going to buy back in. I hate to do this to myself because it's going to make me feel like an idiot, but if the Giants win this game in Arrowhead on a Monday night, I'm going to feel pretty damn good, and I'm probably going to buy back in and expect to make the playoffs, and I'll probably be very disappointed by the time the year's over. But I don't blame anyone. If the Giants win this game, I don't blame anyone for buying back in. So are they going to win this game? I would predict no, but I do think it's going to be a close one. I think the Giants keep this to a 7-point game or somewhere around there. I think my score was like 31-24. So I think it's going to be a close game. If the Giants catch a couple breaks, you never know. They could actually change this entire script and find a way to win the game. So it'd be one of the biggest Giants wins in years, honestly. I know the one in Seattle last year was great and very unexpected, but the Giants were a bad team at that point. Not to say they're good now, but it's earlier in the season. Like, that was week, 13 last year? This is now week number 8. So, there's a chance here to go into Kansas City and get a big win. I just hate the fact that the Chiefs are coming off a embarrassing performance where they scored 3 points. I hate that. Like, I wish they clobbered the Titans last week. It would have made me feel better, honestly, because I just don't think the Chiefs replicate another performance that bad. So we'll see. If the Giants have to be on their A game, the secondary has to step up, pass rush has to step up, offense protect the ball, keep it moving. Hopefully they go for some explosive plays on offense. Let's get John Ross involved this game. Let's get the ball in Kadarius Toney's hands if he's playing, because we know how much of a difference maker he could be. So let's see those things, and hopefully Jason Garrett can once again have a good performance here, and Daniel Jones protect the ball. So that's pretty much it. The Chiefs are still a team I fear. I'm not going to say they suck. They're 3-4. No, they've been to the Super Bowl almost 3 years in a row for a reason. They're a good team. I know they've had a lot of difficulties, but the Chiefs are only going to lose if we score a lot of points on them. So once again, 24 plus offensive points. I hope we get to I want to get to over 30. That'd be a great thing if the Giants can score over 30 offensively for the first time in the Jason Garrett era. That would be a great time to do it. So we'll find out what happens, but things are looking better for the Giants, but a loss in this game can definitely just bring us right back down to earth. So I just want to compete, though. Of course, winning is the most important thing, but just don't embarrass yourselves. Don't go out there and lose like 34 to 10 on prime time. Don't do that. Like, just compete. Give us a good 60-minute game here, and let's see what happens. Let's get a few breaks our way and find a way to get a victory. So we'll find out what happens here on Monday night. Once again, I do plan on streaming that game unless something changes. So I will watch that game with you guys, and hopefully we have a good time. I did it for the Week 2 game. That ended in very depressing fashion there. I still have that clip actually pinned on my Twitter for my reaction to that. But yeah, hopefully this one goes better, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to you guys next time.